everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Kaleido's Good News. How are you all? Have you had a great week? Did you go and see any fireworks? Let me know. This week we have some pretty amazing news stories that I know are just going to blow your mind. We're starting with a new study that shows visiting an art gallery and appreciating art can actually reduce the risk of heart disease and even boost your immune system. But how could that work? Well, there are some key inflammatory proteins in the human body that are basically linked with every disease known to man, including heart disease. We all have a hormone called cortisol, which is known as the stress hormone because it increases when we feel stressed. And this stress triggers those proteins I was telling you about earlier. Researchers from King's College London did an experiment where they sent people into an art gallery in London for 20 minutes. They measured the participants' heart rate and skin temperature, and saliva samples were taken before and after the 20-minute viewing exercise. The results were amazing. The stress hormone dropped by 22%. It just shows you that doing things you love, whether it's looking at art, reading books, playing football, or even dancing, can help you stay happy and healthy. Now, this next piece of news might be the craziest news story we've ever told on Kaleido's Kids News. A band called Bionic and the Wires is made up of humans and mushrooms, thanks to a set of bionic arms. All plants are alive and have a bioelectrical signal running through them. This band, made up of musicians and environmental thinkers, have come up with this awesome idea. Just watch this video of a mushroom making music. The band say they are made up of Andy Kidd on synth and John Ross on plants. Do you think you'd like to listen to mushroom music? Now, we move on to some amazing news for homeless people in the UK. For the first time ever, homeless people will be allowed to open their own bank accounts. The UK's 5 big banks, Lloyds, NatWest, Barclays, Nationwide and Santander will join HSBC in waiving the need for people to have a fixed address to open a bank account. For a long time, it's been hard for people who are homeless to find somewhere to live because you couldn't have a bank account without an address, but you couldn't have an address without a bank account. This change will be a huge help to get people off the streets and into a warm and lovely home. Well done, UK banks. Now we have another unbelievable story. The Netherlands is a country that has always had a problem with flooding. Over 30% of its land is below sea level, and every year it has to create new rivers and build dams to keep the water at bay. But architects believe that the answer is simple: floating homes and towns. In the Netherlands, they have now designed 300 floating homes, offices, schools and healthcare centres, which means that they can ride on the waves instead of being hit by them. Rotterdam in the Netherlands, which is 90% below sea level and the site of Europe's biggest port, is home to the world's largest floating office building, as well as a floating farm. What do you think? Would you like to live in a floating city? Isn't it amazing the incredible ideas that our fellow humans can come up with? Well, That's all for me this week, folks. Let me know if you've got any good news to share. I look forward to seeing you next week for some more good